Hi, I'm Graham Jones, and this is Whole Notes. Now, chances are you've seen these two symbols before. If you can name these two symbols and place them correctly on the 10 staff lines, you can move on to the next episode. So, what is a staff exactly? Well, here's a zoomed in version. A staff is made of 5 lines and 4 spaces, and it's what you put notes and rests on. Now, depending on how high up the note is how high the pitch is. So I number these, the lines 1 through 5 and the spaces 1 through 4. So now we can hear the pitch and see where it is on each one. And as I go higher at the staff with 1 through 5 and 1 through 4, the pitch should get higher. So starting off with 1 on the lines, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Same idea for the spaces. Starting with the first space, you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now that you understand that a lower note means a lower pitch, and a higher note means a higher pitch, we can move on. Let's talk about the two symbols I introduced earlier. What these symbols do is they help us differentiate between the staves, or staffs, depending on what you like to say. Imagine looking at a piece of music and all you see is a bunch of lines all over the page. That'd be very confusing. That's why we have what these are called clefs. They say which clef we're in with the staff lines. So, when you have a clef, it'll be drawn right there on the left side of the music. What we have here is the first clef, the treble clef. And it looks like a sweet and low packet, if you can see it. It's important to note that this clef is called the G clef because what wraps around right here is the G line. Now the other clef, which you saw, and this is improper notation, you'll never see this on the right side of the page, but just because I have one staff line here, it's zoomed up, it'll be on the same line. What you have here is called the bass clef, or important note, the F clef, because the two eyes, it looks kind of like a frowny face, see that? The two eyes, they wrap around the F line. So when you put these in order, on any sheet of music, you should always have the treble clef up here, well on this side really, and the bass clef right here, down here on this side. So treble clef always goes above the bass clef. Now, you're maybe wondering why there's a huge gap between these two stacks of staff lines. Well, the reason is that there's an invisible line here. It only shows up wherever a note touches it. And it's called middle C, actually. It's a very important note. Now, the reason it's invisible is because it's called a ledger line. So anytime that the notes go off this page and go into here, you have to draw a line through it to show that you're not on the staff anymore. But that's all for the next episode. And that's it for this episode. If you have any questions, you feel free to contact me at wholenotes2013@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook and Twitter as Whole Notes on both of those.